Lucy. This is Gus. And welcome to my garden. I thought I would finally move some of my garden tours over to YouTube, so this is my first one. Here's my pond, which I did a tidy up of today, and I'm really happy with it now. It's got some goldfish in the bottom section, and I've got a couple of edible water plants. My favourite one is kangkong, which is a water spinach. I pick the leaves off and put them in salads. You can also put them in stir fries and various things like that. I've got also some water mint. So if you want to grow mint, this is a really nice way to do it because it likes quite boggy soil. And this one, oh, it smells amazing. This one just sends its roots out, like actually trails them into the water of the pond. And yeah, I pick it, pop it in salads. It's got quite a strong flavour, so adds really nice perfume to things as well. Over here are my Scotch bonnets. So this is a really lovely chilli. I love them because of the shape, this little beautiful bell shape that they grow into. And they're also really spicy, and I like it when chilies are properly spicy. This is my carrot tub. So previous years I've tried growing carrots in the ground, and you run into lots of problems when you do that. So if the carrot root is growing down and it hits a rock, it'll split in two, and that's how you get those kind of crazy looking carrots. You're also more at the mercy of whatever soil type you've got when you plant carrots in the ground. So if you've got a really clay-based soil, they can sometimes really struggle to push down. They like quite sandy soil. So growing them in a tub means you have total control over the sorts of conditions they grow in. They're not going to hit any rocks or nasty bits like that, and they seem to be doing pretty well so far. I'm really excited to harvest them, but they're not ready now. The way you'll know once they're ready is you'll start to see the top of the carrot popping up down there if you dig the soil away a little bit, and it'll look big. So they're still tiny. I'm still waiting. Then over here, I like my little this is my little lettuce green, salad green wheelbarrow, which I got off someone's verge. And at the front it's got nemesia, which is a little flowering plant. They're taking a long time to get big, but they were planted from seed. So, and then this is a butter crunch variety of lettuce, which is so yummy. It's just the softest, loveliest, mildest lettuce ever. Yeah, it's great. And then behind that I've got some chamomile, which I'm really excited for because I want to try and make tea from it. But yeah, that was planted from seed as well, so it's going slowly too. And then behind me, these are my Australian butter beans, which I'm really excited about. Never tried them before, and they've just started flowering in the last couple of days. I don't know if you can see the beautiful little purple flowers. The beans are supposed to be really buttery and tasty, and I've just popped them. There's one on this side and one on the other side. I've got a few more dotted around the garden, and yeah, I'm really pleased with how easily they're winding themselves up the climbing frame. Down here, at the moment I'm growing some Swedes. I wanted to put in as many root vegetables as I could this year, so they're slowly getting bigger. And then I've got some broccoli that's just starting. This one's cool. I'm really excited about this one. This is a Jerusalem artichoke. So apparently it produces sunflower-like flowers, and then at some point, once it's done growing, I don't know actually, you dig it up and you harvest some of the root. That's what the Jerusalem artichoke is. It tastes really nice. It's a bit potatoey, kind of. And then over here, I've got a mixture of things. Those are the artichokes at the back. They are the hardiest, most resilient plants. I just dig them up. I'm moving them all the time because I never know where I want to finally put them. But they don't mind, and they grow into these massive structural plants and fruit in summer, and then at the end of summer they die back, right, like really little. And if you want at that point, you can dig them up by the root and put them wherever you want. And artichokes are delicious, so they're well worth growing. Also, the flowers are beautiful, so even if you don't want to eat them, you can just grow them for the flowers. They have this amazing, like purple, bright purple centre. Then I've got some leeks. Along here I've planted, this is a German chamomile, which you can't really see, they're still tiny, but they've started to get their true leaves just coming up in the centre, so that's quite cool. And in this section I'm trying to have a real cottage garden mixture of lots of different flowers interspersed, so fingers crossed it will work by the time spring arrives. I've got cosmos, which is this little one here. It grows so easily, it just self-seeds all through the garden. In fact, I just noticed there's one in between the tiles here, and yeah, they just pop up everywhere. So when I find them, I dig them up and put them wherever I think they'd look nice in the garden. So I've got cosmos, which will be pinks and whites and stuff, and then I've got some stocks and some more chamomile. Just a bunch of things really, all kind of intermingled, so hopefully that works. This one's really interesting. This is a tree dahlia. So it actually was so much taller, I gave it a really big hack back because it wasn't flourishing so much. I think maybe it had just outgrown its space. So it was like taller than the fence. I hacked it back, and now it's just lush and green, and it produces these really beautiful kind of almost spidery white flowers. So that's just gorgeous. I'm really excited about that one. And then this is a new one I've just put in, which is a dwarf. God, I'm not going to say that right. Nerium? It's a dwarf Mediterranean rose. But yeah, it's finally got buds, so I'm really excited to see what they look like once they flower. What else to show you? Down here I've got my silver beet zone, which I am currently competing, I think, with a caterpillar to eat that silver beet, but I'm still getting some, which is nice. And this is my apple tree. Got one precious apple from the tree, which I am very, very excited to eat. I don't know when I'm going to eat it. I don't know when is like the best moment to eat the one apple that I've got so far. I've got some peas climbing up. I'm very excited for them to start flowering. Pea flowers are so beautiful. And these are my chilies. I've actually got quite a big patch of chilies here that you might not see the chilies on them because they're still green. But some going, well, that one actually. Okay, this one's interesting. This one is the Carolina Reaper, which is the world's current hottest chili. It's a cross, I think, between a ghost pepper and something else. I'm not sure. I have to check. But they've crossed two different varieties of chilies and have ended up with this, which just looks as gnarly as it tastes. Don't they look evil? Anyway, yeah, you can only eat like that much at any one time before your mouth explodes. So that's why there are so many on the bush. I haven't been able to get through them all yet. But I think I might make some kind of deadly hot sauce with them. So that's one plan. This is my mango, which I am in love with. It took about 5 years. It was one of the first things I planted, and it was this tall. It did nothing for ages and ages, and now it's just growing and growing. And this summer that's just gone by, we got our first 2 mangoes, and they tasted so yummy. It was amazing. So it's earned its keep. It can stay. And then next to it, we've got a banana, if you can see, which I was waiting all summer. It's finally chucked out a flower. So this will hopefully continue to droop down over the next few weeks, and we'll have these beautiful white, tiny little flowers that have little droplets on them. If you taste them, they taste like sugar nectar. It's so cool. And then that sort of like plonks down, and bananas come out of it, like a whole hand or a whole thing of bananas. And here's Gus. Here's my curry tree. I love this. It has the most intense smell, and I make this, it's called Madras potato fry. It's a curry dish. You just take a whole thing of the leaves like this, and you fry them with mustard seeds and parboiled potatoes and tamarind paste. The recipe's online, I'm pretty sure. If not, I'll add it to my blog. But yeah, it's an amazing recipe. It's really tasty, and this is an amazing plant. It's just, I love the leaves, they're so lush. And then over here, got another zone of lettuce. This is milkweed, and there's a few different varieties. There's only, I think, a couple that you're actually allowed to grow in WA. But just look up and check what you're actually allowed to plant. I planted these ones from seed, and they've started coming up everywhere. I don't think I've got an example to show you at the moment, but these seed pods it produces, after a little while they burst open and they're filled with this amazing, oh hang on, is that one? And you can kind of see it. This amazing like fairy floss substance, and then they've also got seeds in there. I think this is what helps the seeds get carried along in the wind, and then they pop up somewhere else. The nice thing about these is that monarch butterflies apparently love them. A bit further along, this is a really lovely flowering plant. This is called tansy, and it's got these beautiful feathery leaves. It's not edible, but I like it because the bees just love it. It's just such a happy coloured flower. So that's everything that's blooming and fruiting and changing in the garden at the moment, but I'm sure in another week this time it will be different, so I will see you back for another tour really soon.